Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Comic-Con. I didn't think we'd be saying that for quite a while. It's been a rough 2 or so years. But yeah, SDCC is off to a full swing. Loads of trailers coming out, plenty of which I'm interested in, but one in particular that piqued my interest, and that is Dungeons and Dragons. I was a bit surprised that that we'd be getting a live action adaptation here, because although it doesn't fall under the category of a video game adaptation, it's still a game adaptation, I suppose. But there's been a shift to move away from live action versus doing more animated adaptation of video games. We have Arcane recently, just as an example. And of course, you know, Netflix is successful with things like Castlevania. So we've been moving away from the live action adaptation. So I would not have dreamed or imagined that we would be getting something like this. Of course, there was Mortal Kombat, which we did get, I think, just over a year or so ago. And in my mind, that was actually pretty good. I think a lot of people view it with rose-colored glasses. They forget just how bad the original was. The soundtrack was amazing, but the rest of it was horrible. And I thought the Mortal Kombat adaptation was pretty good, considering the low budget that the director had at his disposal. And I think given a larger budget, he'd be able to expand, you know, Outworld a bit more, and yeah, it'd be a bit more grand. So I quite like that. I'm curious to see where this goes. We of course had Warcraft, which is I think is the closest thing to this, in the vein of this, you know, fantastical, you know, adventurous journey that I think D&D will embark on. And the Warcraft movie was not bad. I quite liked it. It didn't really, you know, hit the spot for everyone. But one of the things that I absolutely love that it did in the Warcraft movie was the magic. And that's something that's always missing from a lot of these adaptations. And the way in which they use magic in Warcraft was just, it was grand, it was bright, it was powerful. You don't often see that being done in adaptation, that, you know, perhaps budgetary constraints. So I'm hoping that is the one thing that they do well in this trailer. It's D&D. You have to go crazy with magic. If they cannot do that, then the movie has already failed. I have to say that, you know. Yeah, so they need to go all out and show us just how much of a spectacle this can be, because I mean that's what D&D is supposed to be. It's using your imagination, and if they go with that, I think it can be really, really phenomenal. So first trailer for Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. Let's check it out. Okay. Trailer before the trailer. I still hate it, but go on.
Here's the thing. We're a team of thieves. And when you do this, you're bound to make enemies.
It's fine. You recognize the voice.
Looking for revenge.
Interesting. Oh, a rock dragon. I don't know if that's what it's called. That's what it looks like. I'm sold. The dragon a few seconds in. That does it for me.
We help the wrong person steal the wrong thing. We didn't mean to unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known. But we're gonna fix it.
Right,
How do we pull that off?
Has some of the humor that you'd expect in something like
Figure
this.
it out over a drink?
Probably best.
Oh,
You need
Mr. Rodriguez.
give us a fighting chance. We're gonna need strength. You got this, right?
I know you don't.
Ah, go Michelle.
Courage,
That looks fantastic.
magic.
I don't know
And
who
you.
that is. Oh, owl bear?
What is that again? It's an owl bear.
Oh, that's the actress from It, right?
Be warned.
It chapter 1.
Evil here.
I'm glad he's on our side.
I think that guy's name, I don't remember what his name is. Roger P.
This one's
something.
dangerous.
Oh, that looks
But
pretty
whatever
nice.
happens,
This is what I'm talking about. The magic and everything just looks ridiculously over the top. And fun.
What is it exactly that you bring to this?
I'm a planner. I make plans.
You've already made the plan, so
If the existing plan fails, I make a new plan.
you make plans that fail.
No,
He also plays the lute.
not relevant.
It's funny, especially at the end there where they say he also plays the lute. So he's a bard, I guess. It just brings me back to Jaskier from Witcher, except, you know, more capable here, I guess. He comes up with some pretty good plans, it seems, although not too great since his plans apparently resulted in them stealing the wrong thing. And nearly causing the end of the world. But this looks like a lot of fun. And just a few seconds in, they already brought out the dragons, and it looks fantastic. The magic looks amazing, and not just the straightforward magic where it's just, you know, fire and lightning and so on. Just the odd things like the owl bear, for example. You know, transformations, the living chest. When she tries to open that chest in the last part of the trailer there, just bring a lot of those things that you know of from playing a lot of these games. If you've been playing like Final Fantasy and stuff from back in the day, and it just encapsulates a lot of that. So there's clearly an ongoing war of some sort. I'm not sure where this evil entity falls in it, if that's what the army is fighting, but there was an army fighting at the beginning where the dragon comes in. So maybe our group finds themselves in the middle of that, or maybe they're the cause of it because of the item that they stole. But you know, it looks like a lot of fun. Chris Pine, I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've seen him do anything fantasy, you know, that I can recall. Most recently, yeah, I guess, I don't know if Wonder Woman counts, you know, as that. But I'm glad to see him in something a bit more comedic here. He has great comedic timing, I think, as an actor, even though he, you know, especially in Star Trek. So once I noticed that there, I became a huge fan of his, and I've enjoyed a lot of what he's been doing so far. Yeah, good to see Michelle Rodriguez here. And the actress from It, I don't know her name, but she seems to fit in perfectly here in this world as the owl bear. I think that's one of the moments that's going to be a standout for this movie. That's just a ridiculous, over-the-top, magical things that are just flowing out of this trailer alone is enough to get me excited. And I like to remind people, for me, it's science fiction, and fantasy is somewhere just below that, as my favorite two favorite genres. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. I don't play a lot of D&D, unfortunately, because I don't have a lot of friends who are interested in that stuff. So it's something that I often end up just watching. And recently, you know, with the relaunch of G4 TV, they did a D&D segment. I forget what they call it. But B. Dave Walters, he does such a fantastic job on that program, and it's something that I've just enjoyed watching, and I'm hoping that they return for more seasons. The more D&D I get, the better, and so that's definitely something I'm looking forward to. And then this movie, of course, is, you know, hopefully it's a bit more well received than Warcraft was. I think it has enough in it to get people interested. It's not taking itself super seriously. I think Warcraft kind of did, and which isn't a bad thing, to be honest, because as I said, I quite like that movie. Warcraft took itself a bit more seriously with the war that was happening. This, not so serious. It's toned down a bit, light-hearted, a bit more fun, just you know, thieves on an adventure and so on. But I think they might strike the right tone that would resonate with a lot of people. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Alright guys, be sure to post down below, let me know what your thoughts are on the first trailer for Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe if you want to support the channel, and I'll see you for the next one.